Hi, my name is Mark. Thank you for looking at this clip. This is basically a short introduction or telling you a little bit about myself, and mostly made for the benefit of people who want to read my blog, or for dyslexic people who can't read my blog and would like to see what is written there. The name of the blog is myadhd.blogg.com. God, that was difficult. myadhd.blogg.com. Many people with ADHD are dyslexic. Not everyone dyslexic has ADHD, but those of us who do have it are overrepresented. So the idea of putting in a clip like this is that anyone who comes into the blog and wants to see something that I've written there, or if there's anything of interest to them, then I'll try and get clips out on YouTube instead. Yeah, I'm 48 years old, as you can tell, I hope. Despite my long hair, I'm actually a bloke. For those of you that are American, bloke's the same as man or male or dude. And I live up by the Arctic Circle. Believe it or not, this is the Arctic Circle in August. Green, frozen lakes? No, I can swim in that water now. I'm not going to, but it is actually warm enough. A few things about myself. I've had my ADHD, obviously, all of my life. Hobbies that I have, as I'm definitely more than that, is I like motorcycles, mostly enduro, driving or trial driving in the forest. I used to have a CB 1100R from the 1980s, one of the first classic racing bikes. But that was when I was younger and I had bigger balls than I have today. I enjoy paramotor, which is one of my major hobbies. I absolutely love flying. I started by flying a hang glider. I hope the wind is not making too much background noise now. I'm an assistant instructor when it comes to diving. And I've worked a couple of seasons down in Asia, in Thailand, amongst probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. I like canoeing, although I don't do it as often as I would like to. I love skiing, although I think I've got 7 skiing seasons behind me, and 6 of them I've ended up in hospital with some broken bone or the other. I've started to snowboard, and I've only had 1 season, but I haven't broken anything with snowboarding, so I got a bit of ratio on that. I like swimming, obviously connected with the diving experience. Let's see, nature. One of the reasons for this clip being taken outdoors is I just love nature. I live up by the Arctic Circle, as I've already mentioned, and I love it here. I moved here a few years ago and I absolutely love it here. So I'm going to have some clips basically marketing or advertising where I live. It's a place called Luleå, saying the things that I think are fantastic about it. And there are many great things about it. That's pretty much it. 2 other things that I forgot to mention. Nature, as I said, I love. Politics I like. My politics is not left wing or right wing. I can go zigzag depending on whichever area of subject or whichever question I'm talking about. I'm not consistent, and I strongly believe that everyone has an opinion and a vote that can count. John Lennon had one of my favourite quotes. It was, "Think globally, act locally." That's when it comes to the environment. And the last thing, I think, when it comes to the ADHD, many of us with ADHD, we have trouble keeping focus or managing to drive whatever project into follow it through. I'm no exception to that, so I don't know what's going to be happening with this blog, whether I'm going to be able to keep it up regularly or not. And it's not uncommon for me to have like 20 projects, and I count at dropping 19 of the 20 projects. A person without ADHD would turn around and say, well, why don't you just concentrate on one? Because it would be so boring, I'd give up. So the more I have in the air, I don't know which one I'm going to succeed on. That's also part of the surprise. I'd get bored if I only had one. So have patience with me if you see something that I say I want to do and I don't complete. And the great thing about YouTube is if you don't have patience, tough luck. That said, thank you very much, and I hope to see you being a regular subscriber or the like to the blog. That's it. Thanks.